up. What's good, homies? What's good? It's your man, Dr. BOA, man. Y'all go ahead and stick a 1 in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear. Go ahead and stick that 1 in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear, man. Let's get ready to do this thing, man. Salute, 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 salute to the brothers in the building, man. Salute. Let's get ready to do this, man. So, got a great show for y'all tonight, man. Top-notch show, man. We're going to go ahead and get into it. So, here's the real deal, man. You must understand that when you see a woman behave a certain way with one man and she didn't behave that way with another man, then you must understand what the reality of the situation is. And we're going to talk about that tonight. We're going to take a dive into that tonight, man. A phenomenal dive at that. Salute, man. Salute. I didn't put this one up early, man. I just wanted to come on and do it, man. Got a phenomenal joint on here, man. So listen, you want to be a member of this live chat, go ahead to the main channel page. Next to the subscribe button, you'll see a join button. Click that join button. Come on back in here, man, and rock out with us, man. King Abraham, what's good, my brother? See you in the building, man. Mello, what's good, man? Quinn Dixon, what up, QD? Tex Real One, what up, Tex? Good to see you in the joint, man. Mello, what's good, man? I hollered at Mello one time already. Midnight Light, what's good, man? What's good? Three King Detail, what's up with you, man? Good to see you in the building. Travis Cunningham, what's good, man? See you in the building. Salute. Salute. D False, what up with you, man? Good to see you in the joint as well. The Mr. J, I see you in the building, man. I saw MPRG in here earlier, man. I saw Etienne Rogier in here earlier, man. I saw him in here, man. I saw King Diamond in here. Thomas Miller was in the joint earlier, man. Now let's get ready to get into it. So let's get ready, man. Let's go ahead and slide, man. So this I use this because this is a perfect example of what you shouldn't do. A perfect example of what you shouldn't accept. And a perfect example of the result you get when you don't either add a woman to the process of your progress as an integral piece, or you don't prioritize that woman over your process of progress. You know, a lot of times we get out here and we see things and we see guys moving around in ways where we know eventually, you know, the woman's gonna have a strong role in whatever a man's doing. So without further ado, man, let's go ahead and get into this, man. We got some clips in here, man. So the first clip we're gonna look at, man, we're gonna look at these women, and this is gonna be an honest assessment. A woman asked another woman why independent women are winning right now, and I think it was a great question, you know, to be honest with you, and I think it's one that we need to take a dive into right now because the facts that she gave are some significant facts, man, and they are. She was honest. She was honest in a way that we don't rarely see a woman be when it comes to something like this. So let's get into it, man.
Are winning. Why do you think that is?
Oh, you're not gonna like my answer. One thing that they did during slavery is that they made sure to emasculate the man, right, and then make the woman powerful. And the reason why they made the woman powerful is because primary caretakers of the babies, and we're gonna do everything that we can to make sure our babies live. Things are put in place so Black women can feel like they don't need a man.
So you think it's designed to
Absolutely.
separate and conquer?
You can tell when there's not a father in the household. The kids carry themselves a different way, and you can see that they're lacking something, especially the boys. This narrative about being this independent Black woman, because you never hear another race say that. We need to get rid of that narrative. It shouldn't be one person over the other. You should be working
together
to build.
That's really the reason why we're doing so well.
Yes.
They're promoting it.
They're promoting it.
And I think word is more palatable.
Right.
You know, Black men, they're more their competition.
They are, and they are not afraid to speak their mind. So all of the grants, all of this stuff for Black women this, Black women that. But what about?
Let me tell y'all something, man. The easiest way to take the wealth and power from any nation is to some kind of way figure out how to give it to the women of that nation. You give it to the women of the nation, and this ain't no Wonder Woman movie. We talking about in the real world. You give it to women of the nation, you can take it without even having a war. You don't even have to have a war. You can go ahead and and take a strong arm. You know what I'm saying? Not one shot has to be fired. Not one weapon has to be wielded. You can go in and just take a strong arm. Probably just go in and ask. You know what I'm saying? Send your biggest, best meanness in and just go in and take it. That's how you immobilize any society. If you want to immobilize a society, give all the wealth and power over to the women who happily embrace it, not knowing that it only gives you the power to look at not even all brothers, but look at some of them and look down your nose like you're doing better. That's the only power it gives you. It doesn't matter how powerful you become as a woman, you will never be in a position to compete for the world. Compete for world power, compete for even societal power, compete for anything. You'll just be able to build yourself up as an individual and then have your groups and give yourself awards for accomplishments that have all been put together by the system that you claim to not be supportive of. You know what I mean? It's of course, it's all by design. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about, when you can get a group of people to look at everything you give them as an accomplishment, as something that you had a hand in, you never have to worry about them deciding that it's not enough and they're gonna take more. You just never have to worry about it. So when you think about it, man, you look into these things. So you look at these things that are going around, like even in Hollywood, man. You look at these things that are going around, man. Let's say you look at Jonathan Majors. Look at all the things Jonathan Majors went through, man. Then the video comes out, man, and show that this chick went out innocent like that, but we don't ever hear like that. Megan Thee Stallion just had to defend herself because Tory Lanez, I think the bodyguard said, "Nah, man, what I saw ain't what they say." You got to think about it, man. We live in a society where, especially if you're a black man, you got to understand that there's a chance that any woman you meet wants to compete. Just with you, though. She don't want to compete with you. If she can compete with you, let's say you and her in a competition, she wins. That's the end of the world for her. She done. She don't want to compete with nobody else. And when you look around and you see other nationalities, man, you just don't see that taking place. You know what I mean? It just don't take place. Markel, I see you, young homie. Sean Daylight in the building, man. I see you. Who else I saw slide up in? I saw Pastor Icky slide up in the boy. Yeah, Pastor up in here. Daylight up in here. Markel up in the joint. Salute to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all being in the joint. And for y'all that's listening, man, this is another benefit that I'm about to start adding just for the GLG members. If you're a member of the GLG, then I will respond to all your comments. And those are the only comments that I'll even look at moving forward. Starting tomorrow, man, those are the only comments I'll look at, GLG comments. If you leave a comment, you're not GLG, then you know what? I won't even say I read all comments. I'm not gonna lie. I read all the comments. I'm not gonna be able to stop reading them. But being a GLG member, you get a response to your comment. You know what I'm saying? So if you want a response to your comment, man, just do that. Now, if you leave like what that thing called, it ain't a super sticker. It's a super, where you can leave a super under a video. If you do that, man, then yes, I respond to those, man. But otherwise, man, just GOG members. So here's what I want y'all to understand, man. You got to understand, man, that Markel asked a good question. Why can't she compete with other women? Because she feel like she already above them. She don't feel like they competition. She either she feel like she's above them or they're a part of her group. Why she want to compete against them? She feel like she belongs to them. They're all in the same group. All right. Let's get back into the thing, man.
That's why I had to go get my man back, y'all. And I know y'all lying. If y'all thought I was gonna let my man go because he took some crackhead to a basketball game while we was broke up. No, man. That was not my man. He don't owe me no loyalty when we broke up. I could have went out with his homeboy. What's up? It's all fair game. when you broke up. Don't get it up. It's a good man, Savannah. That's why I had to go get my man back, y'all.
Now, this is the same woman, man, who had a black husband, Vince, man. And I'm talking about, man, spent years, man, dragging that boy. When I'm talking about dragging him, dog, I'm talking about spent years dragging him. And talking about all the things he did, man. Now here she is, saying that this guy right here, who, think about this, man. Put a one in the chat if you believe that. Let's say if you ever been in a on again, off again relationship with a woman, and you've been in one of them on again, off again relationships, and when y'all were not together, you slept with one of her friends, and she was cool with it. See, it's not just the fact that they weren't together. It's the fact that when you look at this situation, that, you got to understand if you're a woman's type or not. It don't even matter how long you stay with her, what happens, how much money y'all make together. Man, I'm not finna deal with no one if I'm not her type. Not on no intimate level. We can do business and all that, but on any intimate level, man, you got to think about the type of things that, and also she's well beyond the wall. When you see, here's the thing. If I'm gonna deal with a wall banker, then I'm gonna have to meet her as a wall banker. You know what I'm saying? If I was gonna deal with a wall banker, you don't get to be with me and then cross over into the wall while you with me. You don't get to do that. You just don't get to do that. I ain't playing that game. Cause you give all that time, effort, and energy to a woman, man, and then she turn around, man, and let somebody else just play her like this. Let somebody else play her any kind of way, man. So, but that's peep game. But this a home girl right here. The home that slept with a home girl and everything, man. She like, it don't matter to her.
Wait, what? Look like somebody might as well be the coach.
Nah, I ain't even read this, man. Let's see what this says. I'll let y'all read yourselves. Are we willing to not give up on our partners no matter what happens? She was just married. She gave up on her husband. You see what I'm saying? Are we not willing to give up on our partners no matter what happens? Are we willing to set aside our own ego to protect that which what is still left of our love? When you think about it, man, like think about this post right here, dog. I'm telling you, man, if you want the best energy you can get, you have to properly vet a woman, man. You have to properly vet a woman. You understand? You have to know what her response to massa will be. You have to know what her response to, to the P will be. You have to know what her response to, to the thug will be. You have to know the foundation of who that woman is. Y'all be jumping into these situations with these women just because of how they look or how they plugged in or who their family is or any of that, man. Y'all be jumping into these things with these women, man. And then you go in with love on your mind instead of going in with getting to that paper on your mind. If you're gonna marry into a family with a woman called her dad getting that money, man, you better go in with a get money plan. Don't go in there, man, trying to create establish no damn long-term family scenario, man. You better leave them kids inside your sack, man, or drop them off in a latex sack and then go get to the money, man. Y'all be going into these situations with too much love. The reason why this man is getting what he getting, cause he ain't finna wipe her up. I'm telling you, when you wipe a woman up, you get weak, dog. I ain't saying you become physically weak, but your position in the situation, it gets weak, man, because she gets a level of power that she's never had. She gets a level of power that she's never had, man. And what you have to do as a man, you have to understand that once you give her that level of power, then you can't take it back. It's over, man. You're done. You're done. And so that's what it looks like when you see a woman with the massa complex. I call it the massa complex. And really, I listen, and I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it. As soon as I meet a woman, she got the massa complex, I just leave her alone. I think the problem is too many men can't just leave a woman alone. Why you just want to leave her alone? All this time Vince spent with her, man, while she was dragging him through the mud, man, why wouldn't you leave her alone? Because what happens is, man, when you tie yourself into a marriage, dog, you lose some of the focus that you need to have for yourself because you got to put it on the prowl. And I'm telling you, I will never have a woman in my life who don't just fit right into where I'm going, dive in, and be going the same way I'm going, man. You know what I'm saying? My job is not to put no woman in no position to win in her life. That's not my job. I'm never gonna do that unless she got a skill that I can hire her for. Otherwise, man, I'm never finna put a woman in a position to win in her life. I'm putting me in the position to win and trying to stay in the position to win in my life. She want to be a winner with me. She gonna come join my team. I be damn, I'm finna invest anything in her team, anything in her process, anything in her thoughts, anything in her dreams or her goals until she jumps fully into the process of my progress. Then she reaps those benefits. She could get the benefit of sliding off, having her own thing over there. Once she buys to the process of my progress, man, y'all be mean women, man, that y'all don't even, man, y'all don't even balance him, man. Like, man, they don't even give you no loving, man. Y'all be around here, man, breaking all this bread and doing all this tricking off, man, and setting them up in business and doing all that. Hey, look, man, if that's your thing, fine, do it. And somebody may say, well, see, BOA, man, that's broke man mentality. That's broke man mentality right there, BOA. Broke man mentality. Hey, man, let me tell you something. Every P I ever knew, man, whether he was broke or whether he was super paid or he liked to get laid or whatever it was, it's the same mentality. And that mentality works for me. Because 9 times out of 10, y'all out here doing all that, man, talking about the broke mentality. Nah, man, it's a P mentality. The trick mentality is, it ain't tricking if you got it. Man, we ain't got time for that. We don't play those games. So when you think about wasting all your time with a woman, dog, at the very first sign of disrespect, you have to drop her. People, well, man, you should give a woman. Why I got to give a woman the benefit of the pound with basic human respect? If she don't know how to interact with a man with basic feminine and masculine energy respect, if she don't know that, I don't want to teach her that. I don't want to wait for her to learn that. I don't give a damn if she ever learns it. I just know that since she don't know it, she can't rock with me. You know what I mean? She can't rock with me, man. And this ain't knocking a woman and then, man. Hey, man, she may be a phenomenal woman for that man over there, but she ain't a phenomenal woman for me. And I ain't gonna say my options are unlimited, but they're not as limited as most. Let's get back into it. So this next clip, man, we're gonna hear a woman talk about, well, listen to the question she's gonna ask. She's gonna ask, what would you do if you found out down the line? We're gonna break this down on several levels. What if you do if you found out down the line something that disgusted you about a woman? And we'll hear what she's gonna say right now. Y'all peep game.
If you are dating someone that you've been dating for a while, say you guys are deep in the relationship, maybe about a year or so, to the point where you feeling like, okay, it's time to take it to the next step, or just the fact that you really are into someone, that you really, are clicking and you like this person, they got a lot of traits that you like and you get along really well. The only thing that you find out later in the relationship, now you already at least a year in, the thing that you find out is that maybe back in the day she had a train ran on her by people that you knew.
Back in the day, she had a train ran on her by people that you knew. Come on, bro. Let me tell you something. This is why I tell you men all the time. Man, listen, bro. I'm not taking no woman serious with no sexual history, bro. I just ain't. I won't ever have nobody in a wife position, bro. If I got to just settle for a woman, man, who got a sexual history, man. I ain't finna do it. That position in my life is reserved for a woman who doesn't have a sexual history. If I don't never come across one again in my life, dog, I want that position will stay empty forever. I promise you it will. I won't never put nobody in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, listen, I will not put a woman in a position, a wife in my life, if anybody can say, yeah, man, shit, man, that girl right there, boy, she got that whopper, boy, I'm telling you, that thing ain't right, boy. I ain't gonna do it. I wish I would. It don't even matter what other skills she got. I just can't. She don't deserve the position. It ain't got nothing to do with her being bad or anything, but that position has requirements. There are prerequisite requirements for that position in my life. And you got to have it. It just ain't no way. So when you think about it, man, you think about, and here's the thing. First of all, when you find this out, man, how did you find this out? You know what I'm saying? If it was something that was gonna come up, it probably was something that, I mean, a woman should tell, but a woman feel like her past history shouldn't matter to you. But if them guys you see me shooting ball with, and four of them then ran train on you, I need to know this. You know what I'm saying? I need to know this. Listen, even if you're not that type of guy like me that's gonna leave her alone just because she just and not even leave her alone, just compartmentalize her. I'm not gonna leave her alone. I'm just gonna put her in the bag she should be in. Here's the thing, man. Unless you out here looking for a wife and every woman you meet, there are compartments that you put a woman in. You know what I'm saying? It's like those plastic bowls with the lids on it. They come in different sizes. Okay, sometimes you put a woman in the snack box. The woman in the snack box, you know what that is. This woman right here we talking about, she'll be in the snack box. Then you got women, man, you put them in the casserole dish. You know, then you got some women, you put them in the storage dish. You put them in the dish. I'm going to hold on to her for a minute. You know what I'm saying? And you just can't allow these types of things to go unchecked and leave them in your life just because the energy a woman will bring.
Would that change how you felt about her? Would you have a conversation with her? Or how would you handle that situation?
Man, look, I wouldn't care if she had a plane ran on her, a train ran on her, a bus ran on her, a truck ran on her, a bicycle, tricycle, big wheel, green machine, hoverboard, hovercraft, spaceship. I don't care what she had ran on her. Man, look at here. Man, they could have ran a tiptoe on her. It don't matter. If she had it ran on her, man, then you can't stand on her, man. You got to move on from the broad, man. Because once a hoe, always a hoe, man. And even if she settled down, the whole tendency is going to be in her. And whenever opportunity to come around and go to Pound Town, she going to be down with the get down, man. Believe that when I tell you that. Peace. So I want y'all to understand, man, that this ain't saying whether a woman is bad or good or any of that. It don't even matter if a woman is bad or good. Like, we don't even think about if she's bad or good. Does she fit into your life? That's the main thing. Does she fit into your life? And it's hard for me to believe that if you are in an area and this woman is from that area and that's her history, that you don't know that that's her history. You might not know the exact act that she committed or the exact thing that she was involved in, but you know her reputation. There ain't no one, man, who used to let the girls who used to let guys run trains on them. It wasn't just one time. They had a reputation for certain things. And listen, let me tell you something. I don't care if she's reformed and she's dedicated her life to the Most High. Good for her. I am happy for her. But I don't want no reform 304. I don't want that. Not to put in the right position in my life. She'll never make it to that position. Now, the fact that she's reformed means that she's probably given her mind, body, and spirit time to detox from all of the things, all of the spirit energy she had going on in her. But for real, man, a lot of times, man, you meet a woman, she say that, dog, she ain't really detox for real. She ain't detox. And I'm gonna tell you one thing you got to look out for, brothers. And I want y'all to understand this. Anybody, male or female, whose energy is so toxic that it's causing issues in their life, you got to put some distance between you and them, because that toxicity will find its way into your life. It don't matter who it is. It could be family. It can be your girlfriend. It could be your wife. It could be your homie. It don't matter who it is, brothers. You better understand that you better keep that energy away from you. Keep it away. There ain't nothing to gain from that energy. That like whatever you think you're gonna lose from keeping that energy from around you, it's tainted by that energy. So whatever you think is good coming from that energy is really not good. It's tainted and stained and corrupted by that energy. So it just don't make sense for you to do these types of things, man. So yes, if you meet a woman, man, she got this type of history, man. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm to the point now, man, that I'm not even willing to even just to have a woman like that fall through to even touch me. You know what I'm saying? Like, a woman got that history, man, she can't even touch me. She can't even touch me, man. I just ain't gonna do it. Now, of course, you may say you ain't gonna know every time, but okay, well, I ain't talking about the times I don't know. But to know, bro, that one right there, man, she'll be done. But she will never. Oh man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. That just, when you think about the fact that that would come up, it just goes to show you how easy it is to get over on you if you think it with your wood or your heart. Don't do it. Never deal with women from an emotional perspective or a strictly physical perspective. It's always a lose-lose for you. Always a lose-lose. There's no win in that. Let's get back into this, man. So this next clip, man, we're gonna talk about Anthony Anderson. Young homie balling for the T-Wolves, man. I'm talking about, man, listen. I think the T-Wolves got the best record in the league, if I'm not mistaken. Last time I looked, the Minnesota Timberwolves had the best record in the league, dog. In the Western Conference for sure. But I think they got the best record in the league, balling with young homie. Man, he didn't got messed around and got jammed up. Another young baller, another young millionaire jammed up with an IG thistle. Come on, man, peep game. Now, this her right here, man. Dog, when you look at her, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. This look like one of the women, man. She done put that waist trainer on and kind of slimmed the waist a little bit, or maybe had a surgery or something, man. But I'm gonna be honest with you, man. The shape of her ain't even nice, bruh. It's disproportionate. You know what I'm saying? Now, does she have some nice curves? Yeah, man, but it is very disproportionate, man, when you think about it. But let's get into it. Now, she sent some text, man. Here go the text. So she's talking about an appointment, a pregnancy appointment. He talking about, hell no, I can't do this. She say, so now what? She sent some email. Oh, that's him, the Anthony Brand. He said, what a good response. He said, get an abortion, LOL. She said, honestly, I had an abortion with my son after good gosh, she done already had I had an abortion with my son around 2 years apart and regret it every day. Wait a minute, around 2 years. What? Hold up, man. She already had an AB about 2 years ago. I'm telling you, man, you got to be aware of a woman history, bro. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, man. When you think about the concept of that, just to use it because you don't want to, you know, deal with the responsibility of what just happened, it's different, man. It's different. It affects a woman in a whole lot of ways. He said, man, you can't force a kid in the world. You don't know what it is yet. She said, that's not the point. I said I had an abortion. She said, yo, you don't want it. Let's keep going, man. So I see what you asked then is, F me, you're gonna ignore me now? My attorney gonna handle it. You said we were handling ourselves, and then when I do my part, you turn. Your attorney haven't even responded. Just do what you said you was gonna do, blah, blah, blah. You can send it within 48 hours. He's supposed to. Well, he hasn't responded to him not once. Sound like a scam, man. I mean, I'm telling you, man, these dudes just be shooting in everything, man. I'm just sending him a picture of the kid, man. I haven't even taken them or received anything. Send a video. Why you repeating the same shit? The video, I was asleep. She still ain't sending it. See what I'm saying? I'm telling you, bro. Man, listen, man. We're gonna talk about this, man. We're gonna talk about this. Just making sure. No, she didn't send some. Now let's look at what the paper say. 100,000 in USD. Man, he don't. Man, no, he ain't wire her 100 bands, did it? Like you, no. Did he wire 100 bands? Man, let me tell you something, bro. And this is real talk. We live in a world where, and here's the thing. I see Alan Nurse say, man, she does get clout. She gets clout and props. You know what I'm saying? Like she gets clout and props. Brittany Renner gets clout and props, especially from suckers who try to, who want to defend 304 behavior, man. Man, you got to think about it. She gets, man, these women get all types of props for being able to lock an athlete in with a kid, man. Because you know you're gonna get child support from the athlete. You already know it. And the thing is, man, I guarantee you there are women who wish they had the opportunity. Especially the one who got a kid by a sucker, or a scrub or a lame who ain't even taking care of his kid. Man, I guarantee you, man, like there's quite a few on who wish that they could do that. But here's the problem with these young guys, man. These guys couldn't get no women before they became rich and famous. They couldn't do it. So let me tell y'all something. when you young, and this is real talk, man. I know I don't know about all y'all, man, but y'all put in the chat, man. Put in the chat so we can know. When you young, 17, 18, 19, 20 around that, man, you are liable. And this is just real. And now, if I was growing up these days, man, I don't know. Big girl, wow, man. But man, I'll be honest with you. When I was growing up, man, when we first started getting it in, yeah, we might have not strapped up when we were young and dumb and full of rum. We might not have. We might not have. That's real talk. But if you don't get that opportunity when you're young to be dumb, when you become rich, you gonna do that regardless. If you can't do it just on the strength, when you get to the position in life where you can, your first start, your first foray, as a young man with all this paper, you're gonna be touching on something better than you could have ever imagined. Think about this. Think about you in the neighborhood or you at school, and there's a pretty girl that you can't get the pretty girl, right? Now you become this millionaire athlete. Not only can you get the pretty girl, you can get what you perceive to be something super bad. I'm talking about, man, the woman of your dreams physically. You know what you're gonna do? You're gonna go in, because it's gonna be your first time having this experience. Now, it's one thing to do when you young and dumb and broke, but when you young and dumb and rich, it's something totally different. You can do the same act, and the broke guy don't cost him nothing. The rich guy costs him millions. And I think that's the problem. These guys get out here, man, and there's nobody telling them, because there really there's nothing you can tell a young man when you tell him when he's living at home, he's going to high school, maybe he's in college. Yeah, but once he becomes the money maker, it's kind of like what happened with Ja Morant. Once he became the money maker, man, his dad can't tell him that. Now he done had all these games suspension. He's just getting back now. We'll see how it goes. But they got a short leash on him. Next time he do something crazy, man, they're probably gonna give him a whole year. Man, listen, man, what Sean Delight just said, man, go get a beautiful African honey that ain't been touched. And let me tell you something. It is not hard to locate, my brothers. I'm telling you, it is not hard to locate. But all these things, just to have to consider these things is crazy to me, dog. Dog, I don't want to have to worry about this. Now, here this one. You think this guy knew that this woman had already, had an AB with her first baby? No, man. Because here's the thing: a woman will go have an AB and then go back to living life like she was like it was never no big deal, like she was never pregnant or nothing. I counted as a kid. So if a woman got 3 kids and she had 2 ABs, in my mind, she got 5 kids. That's how I counted. Let's get back into the thing, man. This next clip now is of Selena Johnson. She's one of the women on what is this, the Sisters of Soul little podcast with Vivica Fox and Lisa Ray and the chick out of City High, Claudia Jordan. She's the one on there. And she's married. I think she's the only married one on there. But let's listen to her talk, man. And this is the type of talk you want to hear from your woman, dog. This is the type of talk you want to hear from your woman.
Every woman is cheating a deal breaker for you?
No, it really depends. I've been married 16 years. I've been with my husband for 18 years. Now, fortunately for me, that is not something, praise the Lord, that I've had to go through. But I don't necessarily think that it is a deal breaker. It's a lot of different variables that go into it when you're married. My husband, if he was to cheat on me right now today, I have 2 sons. And one of them is in a very pivotal moment. Both of them. Kingston is 12, and my other son is right in the middle of his basketball, trying to find a college. Kiwan play basketball. All of that. They need their father in this instance, and I don't know what that might do to them mentally to see us be totally and completely apart. You know what I'm saying? So if there's issues, I may have to suck.
She may have to suck it up. She may have to suck it up and stay in. Man, let me tell you something, brothers. That is the mindset. Now, I'm not saying, man, go get a wife and cheat on your wife. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, but a woman who understands that family is bigger than her damn feelings. Man, I'm tired of dealing with women, man, who think everything is about their feelings, bruh. Like, listen, it was fun for a long time. It was fun. It ain't even fun no more, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't even enjoy it no more, man. I'm like, man, I ain't doing this. You know what I'm saying? Feelings. No, if a woman got one time to tell me that I'm emotionally unavailable, and I'm finna be all the way unavailable to her ass. It ain't my job to be emotionally available to you. Where your friends at? Where your mama at? Where your cousins at? Where your sisters at? Where your where your little where your little boy toy that do your little dude boy where you could do all that too and talk to him all the time and wears it out, wears ear out on the phone and let him and cry on his shoulder and do all that. Where he at? The problem in this society, man, is a woman want to get all of that shit out of you. You're not gonna get all of that out of me. You're not gonna get most of that out of me. It's just nothing to do it. That's why you got to have a woman that's mentally stable, emotionally stable. You got to have a woman that's whole and healed so she don't need all that emotional support. If you find a woman that says you're emotionally unavailable, she got some emotional issue that she wants your ass to be there to be an emotional sponge or emotional punching bag for. I ain't finna be now one of them. My name ain't SpongeBob, man, and I'm not you don't catch me hanging in no damn boxing gym either. So I ain't finna be now one of those, but this is what you want to have. So I'm telling you, man, just her. Now, this is an American woman, but look at it. You hear what she said? She been with her husband 18 years, been married 16. So we talking about almost 20 years. You got to go back to find a woman like that. And I tell y'all all the time, yes, there are some women who think like that. There are some traditional women in America, but they already have husbands. There are no traditional women left who aren't married. Yeah, there are some phenomenal women in America, but there's already somebody waking up in the morning enjoying that femininity already, enjoying that submissiveness already, enjoying that shut up in this already, enjoying that obedience already. That's already somebody there enjoying that, man. It ain't none available for you or me. We might well cut it out. There ain't none available for you and me, or unless you want to deal with some baggage. There may be a woman who will submit to you, man, but she got 3 kids by 5 men. Who want that? I don't want that type of submission because that submission, you can't, the main thing, man, that a man needs, and this is it. I'm gonna say this right here, man, and y'all tag this and pin this, man, and share this right here, man. The only thing a man needs from a woman, the only thing a man needs from a woman. Now, you want to be attracted to her, you want her to be, easy on the eyes. You want her to have a sweet disposition, all that. But the only thing a man needs from a woman is for her to be in a position in life where she can make him her priority. I'm never gonna put a woman in any meaningful position in my life if she can't make me her priority. So that eliminates a bunch of women with a bunch of scenarios and situations. Not because they're bad, but because they can't make me their priority. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to be number one on her list for me to even consider put her in the wife position. I got to be number one on her list. That's the only way you can have a wife that won't cheat. That's the only way you can have a wife that won't get out there and start living in the world. That's the only way you can have a wife that won't be influenced by somebody else. That's the only way you can have a wife that's going to be loyal to you. That's the only way you can have a wife that's going to be dedicated to you. That's the only way you can have a wife that's going to be dedicated to making sure that her interaction with you is to where it's supposed to be. She has to prioritize you, which means her first goal, her first focus every day is to make sure her husband is pleased with her. If you ain't got that, you ain't got no wife. Your ass got a partnership. Some of y'all out here with a partnership where you pay all the bills, still got a partnership. You pay every bill in the house. Then got to sit down and have a discussion with your woman about shit that's going to go on. You can't even make all the decisions, but you pay all the bills. Come on, man. Y'all boys out here living like suckers, man. Why? Because you think you got to be resigned to dealing with that shit because you here. How we gonna be in the quote unquote most powerful country, richest country, most advanced country, and then we gonna turn around and say, hey, man, I got to accept that I got to pay all the bill, but my woman get to be half boss. And sometimes whole boss. That's the only way, bruh. If she can't make me a priority, man, I'm not finna put her there. And here's the thing. I ain't just talking about it eliminate a woman with kids, a woman with a kid who's a good mother. Now, there are some mothers out there who will make you who will make you their priority, even though they got a kid. You don't want her anyway. That's pretty foul. It's pretty foul for a dude to do it too. If you will make a woman a priority and you got kids, you don't even take care of them, man, you're a sucker. You're a real life sucker. You're a sucker duck. You're a jive turkey, man. So that's old school term, super old school, like my dad old school. But I want y'all to understand, man, that you got to keep in mind that when a woman gets to a point where she has been living the life she wants to live, the independent life, the only reason she wants to get settled down and marry you after that is if she's tired of being independent. That's the only reason, man.
It's like I'm just partying every single weekend. And I'm gonna have to party tomorrow, and then I'm gonna have to party in 2 weeks from now.
A few moments later.
At what age did you wake up and realize that you no longer wanted to be a strong, Black, independent woman? And this can apply to white women and men as well, because I've definitely heard this term coined by a lot of people. But for me, it was about 6 months ago. I legit woke up, realized that I've slayed all of my goals. I have my career, I have my house, I have the car, I have everything else, and I don't want it anymore. If you can't relate to what I'm saying, then you can't relate to what I'm saying. But for me, at 32 and a couple more months left till I'm 33, I realized that my priorities are changing. And now I want to be a housewife. I want to raise children. I don't want responsibilities. I don't want to have a mortgage. Actually, I do want a mortgage, but I don't want it to be in my name. I honestly want to relinquish responsibility to an able-bodied man. Keyword, able-bodied man. And this is such a new thing for me, and this is epiphany, and this is something that I've been struggling with, that I would get to the point in my life where I no longer identified as a strong Black independent woman.
There's a lot to unpack there, man. So here's the thing about the strong Black independent woman. At some point, she realizes that independence means loneliness. You understand what I'm saying? You can't be an independent mother because you've already labeled that single mom for yourself. You understand? So regardless of what you hear, you don't ever believe that these women are out there aspiring to be single mothers. They're not. They don't want to be single mothers. So when you hear a woman talking about independent, she's strong and she's independent and she's all of that, they all get to a point where they want to stop taking on responsibility that a man is built for. They don't want to have their own mortgage. They don't want to have it. And did you hear her say that she want a mortgage, just not in her name? No, because here's what happens when you marry a woman. Your mortgage is her mortgage. Divorce her and see, don't she get to stay in the house that you still got to pay for? You understand? So I want y'all to understand, man, that if a woman has been independent her whole life, she doesn't know how to be a wife. You are a fool to take a woman who has been independent her whole life and put her in your wife position. You know what I'm saying? That's worse than putting a woman who's been struggling in her whole life. Man, listen, I promise y'all, the worst thing you can do is take a woman who ain't never been exposed to no paper and put her ass in a life where she got paper to spare. You know what I'm saying? Put her like, because here's the thing you got to understand. If you take a woman who been in the bricks her whole life and you take her to the burbs, I'm talking about the real burbs. You take her to the burbs and put her in a $750,000 house. You put her in that type of community, she is all out of place. Everything out there is better than what she's ever seen. Everything is better than what she's ever seen. She's going to be like a kid in a candy store. She's going to be like a bull in a china shop. You understand? She's going to be like your seed trying to rush to fertilize the egg, man. She's going to be all over the place trying to get there, trying to figure it out. You simply can't do it. You got to understand what type of woman fits into your life, dog. You got to. You got to figure out what kind of woman fit into your life. Because if not, you end up being like Vince. You end up being like Vince. And now Tamar, man, he just spent all the time with her. He done got older. Then spent all the time with her till she hit the wall. And then now he dealing with this. I'm telling y'all, brothers, man, do not get caught up in this trap of believing that a woman can be something that she's never been. Let me tell you something. How long she got to go to school to be a doctor? How long she got to go to school to be a psychiatrist? Which is a mental health doctor. How long she got to go to school, man, to be, a lawyer? How long she got to go to school to do all that? Don't you understand that's how much not just how long she got to work to become a wife. She got to detach herself from all that shit first. Independence is a mindset. A woman can't just wake up one day and say, "Oh, I don't want to be independent anymore." Yes, she don't want to have the responsibilities of independence, but she'll never stop being independent. An independent woman gonna always have an independent mindset, brothers. A hood rat gonna always have a hood mindset, brothers. That's just the way it is. The only exception may be the ghetto good girl, but they're rare. You ain't gonna find many of them. Not worth looking at. Couple super chats up here, man. Let me check them out. Love and Day Los Angeles. Appreciate the 5 bone, man. Take my thought she had an advantage on Vince because he was fat. Remember her first marriage, dude was in shape and it didn't go well for her. Yeah, man. But you know, here's the thing, man. After after a woman has so many failed relationships, she can never make a relationship work. It takes something. You got to think about what she loses in a relationship. The first man she in a relationship with, she married to a man. They stay together 10 years. Look at all the energy she loses over 10 years. Look at all the energy she takes in over 10 years. You never get the best version of a woman if you don't get her first. She doesn't get older and become her best version. We as men, we can age and become our best version. A woman can't do that. She can't do that. Her best version, she's on a clock. She's on a clock from the time she become an adult. She's on a clock. Maybe even prior to that, she's on the clock, dog. Hog 77, appreciate the 5 bone, man. What to do, doc? It's just illogical to apply anything outside of the P principles when you engage with these women in Babylon. Man, let me tell you something, bro. You said a mouthful, but I'm dealing with you. I don't care what a woman from, man. I'm dealing with the P principle. That's all I know. I don't know nothing else, man. That's all I know. DJ Fresh, what's good with you, bro? Appreciate the $50 sponsorship of the show, man. If she ignored you on her incline, ignore her on her decline. Play ball, real talk. Play ball. That's one of the and the crazy thing is, Fresh, we all know this. We know this, but guys still won't. And man, listen, bro, it ain't no way. If I can't get her in her prime, she ain't worth my time. I am not selling for less than prime real estate, brothers. I ain't doing it. I just won't. I don't care. I just won't. You know. Now, granted, some women can hold on to that prime, boy. Some women they be in their mid-30s, man. They still sometimes, boy, they be bad when they be 25. Then you see them 35, they be even tougher. But by then, she been had a kid or two, so that makes her not prime. You know what I mean? Man, listen, as a man, if you gotta understand that you have the right, you have the duty to yourself to only receive prime real estate when it comes to what you're going to allow into your life. Because you got to think about the position you about to put a woman in, man. You put a woman in the right position in your life, dog. That is a major position. That's the most important position you can put a person in your life. And when you think about it, man, you got to make sure you insert the right kind of woman into that. So when you hear Selena Johnson talk about that, you know, about how cheating wouldn't be it wouldn't be a deal breaker for her. Man, listen, nothing should be a deal breaker. When you're with a woman, man, that should be a deal. I mean, unless you whooping on her. I'm be honest with you. Now I don't condone that. If you just one of them knucklehead, man, and you just whooping on a woman all the time, nah, that ain't good. Don't do that. That don't work. But otherwise, man, nothing should be a deal breaker. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you go broke and you get lazy and you don't even try to figure out no way, that's something different too. But as long as you stay on the principles that you're supposed to be on as a man, dog, nothing should be a deal breaker. Nothing should. All right, so this next clip, man, we're gonna talk about this woman is gonna talk about why men don't commit to independent women, and then I'm gonna come on and give my 2 cents on that particular topic, man. Let's get back into it.
Fellas, if you were dating a woman who made well over 6 figures, owned a couple of different properties, loved to travel, spoiled you, was really good to you in the dating phase, all she wanted from you was time.
Here's the thing. Before he gets started, here's the thing. Commit to her why. Commit to her why. Commit to her why? All the things she named are male accolades. Those are things that we get for ourselves as men. So, okay, she getting money, well over six figures. She got, she's got a few properties. She's good to you in the dating phase on her. She spoiled me how? See, a woman believes spoiling a man is buying him gifts. That's not spoiling a man. As a man, you got to stand your ground and not let yourself feel, oh, she bought me something expensive. That ain't spoiling you as a man. Spoiling you as a man, it's totally different things. And you got to try to understand what those things are, man. That's what you got to do. You got to try to understand what those things are. But it's never buying you expensive gifts and things like that. It's never that. So let's listen to Homeboy, man.
That when we get back to the house, that money means she can control some shit. A domineering personality. Her trying to treat a man like he's her employee. The first time she makes a statement about how much money she got, thinking that dictates the power dynamic in the relationship, any real man is gone. This question you ask has to do with what type of man you're referring to. If he's a sadomasochist, a pandering man, a simp, a pushover, or a doormat, then this man will stand there and let this woman mistreat him all the way until the relationship is over. And that just depends on his weak-ass threshold. But a masculine man is out. We do not care how much money you make. You ain't wearing no pants around us. This is why the majority of rich women are single or have men that you never see. Even they are embarrassed of the gummy bears they got at home. Masculine men are not attracted to the same things women are attracted to men for. Your accolades, your money, your assets are all shit to us. You want to impress us, be fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, and submissive, loving, caring, nurturing, and affectionate. We want sex on the regular for you to keep your tongue and accolades tucked and be high in agreeableness. We want light public displays of affection, and don't you ever grandstand on us. Aside from making all that money, your duty is still to us, and if you ain't our helpmate, we gone. If she has all that money and he has ideas of ways to increase levels of protection, she better yield to it. The only way for a woman to increase her value to a masculine man is for her to improve those things adhesive to the role of a traditional wife.
This man's wife divorced.
Hey, man, listen. I can't really add nothing to it, man. Homie spit that, man. Everything he said, man, is absolutely true. But here's the thing. That list is so demanding to the average woman when it's really just a bunch of things that fit like puzzle pieces together. You know what I'm saying? They fit like puzzle pieces together. And here's the thing, brothers. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. For me, the one thing I feel like that that I demand from a woman, man, she gonna have to give me this is shut up in this. She gonna have to give me that. She got to give me shut up in this, and she's gonna have to take heed to my instruction. She got to take heed to my leadership. She gonna have to do that. And God be talking about, well, a woman will come in. If you're a man, she gonna submit. Man, come on, bro. That's just like saying if you're a gangster, everybody gonna give you a pass. No, you can be the most gangster cat in the world. Somebody gonna lay you down. You come wrong. It don't matter if you're a man. No, some women just ain't built like that. A woman has to learn submission, brother. She has to learn that. She has to learn it. So even if a woman, so listen, I've had women who had never learned it try to be submissive, but they can't do it. You know what I'm saying? It's not in them. They try, but they can't do it. They're not wired like that. A woman got to be raised like that, bruh. A woman got to be raised like that. Just like you got to be raised not to be lazy. If you ain't got no chores and no responsibility when you're a kid, man, you're going to grow up, you're going to be a lazy adult. Ain't nothing you can do about it. That's just how it's going to work out, man. You're going to be a lazy adult and can't nobody do nothing about it. So when you think about how a woman says, if I make this money and I do this, then why wouldn't you commit to me? Commit to you for what? None of those things you name are worth committing for. You sound more like a business partner to me. Hell, I'm trying to figure out, let's see what other businesses we can open together. But I'm not looking at you as a commit to you for what? Not one thing, not once did she say, give you the best loving you ever had. She ain't say that. She ain't even say cook every meal you like 3 times a day. She ain't say none of that. She ain't say nothing about keep your house sparkling clean from top to bottom. She ain't say none of that, man. I'm talking about all she talked about is the accolades of a man because we don't want that in a wife. I don't want that in a wife, man. My wife's position is not for a woman, man, that's out there. Because here's the thing y'all got to understand. Here's the thing that women don't understand. When you're independent, your sole focus is on your career. Your sole focus is on your job. Your sole focus is on your life. That's what independence means. Independence means that you focus all on you, because if you're independent, that means you got to take care of everything, right? Right. And I promise you, bro, you ain't gonna never meet an independent woman, man, that's gonna have, even close to the best loving you ever had, man. You ain't gonna have that. Them career women, dog, you ain't gonna never find one who got even close to the best loving you had. You just ain't gonna meet it. It ain't gonna happen, dog. It's just something y'all got to understand. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's real, man. So when you hear talking about partner, my partner, who partner, man, partner where? Partners in what? Oh, we about to play spades against somebody? All right, let's get them, baby. Let's get them. That we partners in. What else? I don't get it. What, we about to have a dance contest? We about to have a dance off? Okay, cool. Let's get it. Let's start out with the Macarena. We're going to start out with that first. Come on, baby. We're going to kill them. They can't beat us. They can't outdance us. That's all we talking about, man. I ain't really talking about nothing else, man. Then the rest of that shit don't even matter, because I got too many things going on in life, man, to be having a woman that I got to put too much energy into. I'm not trying to put no energy and effort into no woman. I'm putting energy and effort over here. She come figure out how to be a part of this. We plug her in, and then she gets some of the energy and affection I give this. And yes, are we going to do some things and have some fun? Yes, yes. When she earns that. She earns that by showing some value in my life, dog. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. It takes a strong-minded man to because this ain't easy. I'm not telling you this easy. Any man who says this easy, man, he lying. You have to develop this into the type of outlook that makes it easy. This has to become par for the course in your life. So you got to be, man, if a woman ain't bringing no value to your life, dog, you got to be ready to cut her loose. You got to, man. That's real. DJ Fred, appreciate the dub, man. Fred say, man, call me crazy, BOA. But I'm taking this far as if she constantly listening to certain rap music all the time, I'm start automatically put her in the play with on the category, just like you are what you eat, same go music. Fresh, I'm gonna go even one further than that. Man, she to play with if she listen to any rap music. Just to be honest with you, man. If she listen to any rap music, see, I compartmentalize rap and hip hop as two different things. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never heard anybody say gangster hip hop. They always say gangster rap. You never heard anybody say drill hip hop. They always say drill rap. You know what I'm saying? You never hear anybody call City Girls or Meg. You never hear nobody call them hip hop. It's always rap. So the difference between hip hop and rap, there's a huge difference between hip hop and rap to me. So yeah, but rap, man, yeah, man. It ain't too many things that I just ain't with it, man. I ain't with it. You know what I'm saying? For me, that's a big deal breaker right there, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a big deal breaker. Like, here's the thing: the bridge that goes over to important shit in my life, I cut it when she do that. She ain't gonna never be able to get over there. The bridge is cut. If she try to come across that, she finna fall in that ravine down into the river. It ain't gonna happen, man. That bridge cut. Cause that's what you got. Because the thing is, bro, that's what you got to do that fresh. Cause the energy of those songs, a woman can't really deal with the energy of those songs the way we can. Man, listen, we could get the energy of the song, compartmentalize it, hit the gym, work out, forget about the song. A woman carries that energy in her body. She carries that rhythm in her body. You got to think about it. Her circadian rhythm is different from ours. Her body is on a rhythm because it's on the clock. So it's on a her body's on a rhythm. And so anytime she listens to certain things, it takes her rhythm off. That's why you listen, you hear a lot of women when you think about it. And cool, when I'm working out, cool. I play some music. But when I'm cleaning up the crib, dog, I don't play no music when I'm cleaning up the crib. You watch a woman do everything. For everything, she got a different soundtrack for it. You understand? But how many times you done been to a woman crib and she was cleaning and she had some rap on? I remember one time, man, I had a chick, man, she tried to, I was finna smash her, man. She put Boosie on, man. I should have told Boosie that at the event, man. I forgot to tell him about that. I forgot to tell that nigga about that, man. But yeah, man, I'm telling you, bro, I just don't get it, man. I don't get it how guys just accept anything that a woman dishes out these days, man. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. So let's get back into this thing, man. This next clip, we're gonna hear this guy, man. This guy gave his old lady his kidney. And 2 years after she got his kidney, she started sleeping around and she divorced him, dog. Peep gang.
After he donated his kidney to her. This This man's wife divorced him after he donated his kidney to her. This American man, Richard Barrister, reportedly donated his kidney to his wife and the mother of his 3 children when she needed a transplant to stay alive. However, just 2 years after the transplant, his wife started cheating on him and eventually filed for a divorce. Barrister is now demanding that the wife either returns his kidney or pay him $1.5 million, which is the value of 1 kidney at the time. Now, medical and legal experts are saying his demands are very impossible because 1, it's illegal to buy and sell organs, and 2, it's medically impossible to remove an already implanted kidney. But Barrister doesn't care. He says he wants his kidney back. Now, my question is he wrong for asking for it back?
Hey, listen, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. That's cold business right there, brothers. You know what I'm saying? That is cold business right there. I ain't gonna even lie to you, man. That's so icy right there, man. Man, he done gave it, bro. He kidney, bro. He done gave her his kidney, dog. The kidney? You gonna give her the kidney? You gonna give her the kidney. And then she dipped on it. Man, let me tell y'all something, brothers. She hadn't earned that kidney. She hadn't earned it. You know what I'm saying? I give you the sun, the rain, the moon, the stars, and the kidney. Yo, he done gave her everything. I'll give you the world. He done gave her everything. All the time she was sick and didn't need a kidney, man, she couldn't get no man but him, dog. And listen, and this is not, I'm not saying, man, you don't deal with a woman, man, because, but you leave a woman because, she gets sick. But, man, I'm just saying, dog, you got to understand, man, that 9 times out of 10, he probably met her, man, she was already down like that. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's okay to vet a woman to make sure you're not bringing any negative energy into your life. But as a sucker, you could be guilt tripped and, well, man, I better go ahead and be with her, man. And, man, I mean, she ain't got nobody, man. And, I might as well go ahead and be with her. I love you, baby. My pretty little baby. Let me tell you something, brothers. It ain't worth it, man. It ain't worth it. But you look at this. You watch this. Watch these women right here, man. They gonna tell you all the reason why men ain't needed. Then watch, we gonna tell you all the reason they are. Peep game.
Do we need men?
No.
Do we need men?
Honestly, no.
Do we need men?
No.
Why?
Because they suck.
Firefighters. 96% of firefighters are men. 83% of police officers are men. 95% of construction workers are men. So the house you live in, the first responders when you get in a wreck, because as a woman driver, you probably will at some point. And what else I said? The house you live in and the protection you get from anything that goes on. You got, for your house to be protected, got to have the policeman. Before the policemen come, the first responders come. So I'm telling y'all, brothers, you got to remember, man, that everything you try to do, man, you got to remember that you can't pay attention to the things that women say about men, man. You just can't pay attention to it, because anything that they can, that if she can say something to you to get under your skin, bro, that's what she gonna do. And my thing is, when you see things like this, you realize, man, that no, men are not needed. Men are not needed. Men are not needed. Man, I do not care about any woman who says that. I know that she doesn't have a high level of intelligence when she says that, because that makes no sense. So yeah, let me see. Yeah, really, man, probably 100 in construction, man. The women in construction, man, they work like in the office at the site, man. They work at the office in the site, man. Yeah. Yeah. Defaults just said a mouthful. Anything 51% or more, that industry fails without that group. Yeah. It fails without that group. It doesn't cover costs without that group, man. And so there's a bunch of them. So listen, man, this next clip, man, we're gonna talk about listen, man, this guy his girlfriend's male best friend is checking him about his own girl, man. And I want you to look at the first thing I want you to notice is the difference in these two guys. And then watch the energy of the male best friend, and you can see exactly why he ain't going nowhere and exactly why he undoubtedly is smashing this dude's girl. But let's check it out. Oh, I forgot. Car mechanics, 97% men. Pilots, 93% men. Farmers, 94% men. Truck drivers, 95% men. Listen, that means every good and service, everything that takes place there, listen, is either flown in, and listen, they didn't even say boat captains, they didn't even say ship captains, they didn't say barge captains or none of that. We forgot about the barges that bring the stuff off the river to the port so the trucks can get it. Well, they ain't even talk about that, bro. Let me tell y'all something. Without men, this world would crumble in 5 minutes.
Been friends for a long time. So you're her boyfriend and I'm her best friend. And I feel like until you put a ring on it and you play her husband and her best friend, I'm gonna be her best friend. That's to be here and be supportive.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm to the point where you just say okay.
No, see, listen to me. You at the point where you just gonna say okay. So he has laid down the law in your relationship. He says until you put a ring on it, he gonna be here.
And I don't feel like that's his place to even say that.
You know what?
And
I didn't come here to go back and forth and play the blame game.
We're not gonna play the blame game.
I came here to come to a compromise. I'm open to any ideas. If they want to.
Okay, cool. What you want to happen?
Okay. At the end of the day, what I want to happen is,
total lack of confidence, man. Total lack of confidence. Man, I wish I would, bruh. Man, that shit would have been rectified. Man, you what? You gonna do what? Come on, bruh. I'm be honest with you, man. That boy, that a cuck, man. That what he is, man. Even when Steve, man, listen, Steve took over the show and said, man, forget you. What do you want? At the end of the day, what I want is, man, he don't even know what he want. He's scared to say it because that little dude got so much energy. That just his energy is almost abrasive. He's like, man, listen, I don't want to hear none of that, man. I ain't come here to argue. Now I'm willing to compromise with you about your girl. Come on, bro. You're a sucker. That dude right there, he probably met that girl, man. That girl probably when he met her, that a little dude probably was in prison or something. Man, I've seen situations like that. Man, I've known a couple of cats, man, who was on those dating sites, man, and me and women who had boyfriends in prison that they ain't know about, man, and they end up getting caught up, man, and then dude get out, man, run over them just like this, man. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. So for me, the whole male best friend thing is off, dog. Man, I would cut any woman loose for the male best friend thing. No male best friends. No. No male friends. No male friends for me, man. I mean, listen, I'm not even knocking a woman who got male friends. She just can't be my woman. You know what I mean? She just can't be my woman. I ain't knocking her. She just don't fit into my life. King Abraham say them two food from his hometown. So when you think about it, man, we as men, we just gotta stand our ground. That's what we ain't doing enough of. We ain't doing enough of standing our ground, man. We ain't doing enough of standing our ground. We ain't doing enough of it. Fresh, appreciate you again, bro. Appreciate it. Fresh say, Patrice O'Neal said, women don't do things out of malice. It's innately, that's their nature. Or as a man, you have to understand this. It's like getting mad at a snake for being a snake. Thinking, yeah, I remember he said that, man. So, and that's what it is, man. I say this all the time, man. I always say that it's not bad, it's not good, it's just true. You got to accept the truth of life. The truth of life is when you're dealing with a woman, this is what you're gonna get. Not sometime, not most time, 100% of the time, this is what you're gonna get. It may take different levels or different engagement to make certain aspects of a woman rise to the surface, but you're gonna get the same interaction, man. You're gonna get the same thing. That's just how it is, man. If you with a woman and she doing one thing and she's one way, she gonna always be that way. Even if you don't like it and she try to tell you she's not that way, she's just gonna hide it from you. You know what I'm saying? She's just gonna hide it. Like there's nothing else to do. She's just gonna hide it. That's what's gonna happen, bro. Remember in here, man. So you just got to remember, man, that it just don't really matter. And here's the problem. Here's the problem. She probably bad, and dude kind of, maybe he just ain't had no, and he's sitting there smiling the whole damn time too, man. Man, that dude ain't smiling, man. Man, let's look at this again. He's just sitting there doing all that smiling, man. That's the problem. Ain't too damn friendly, man. Hold up. Now I want you to watch this other dude. Not one smile on his face. He the only man at the table smiling. Look at him. This whole time, he gonna smile his whole way through this, man. I want y'all to watch this. This ain't even a laughing matter, because he a sucker, man. You can't be
Been
no
friends
sucker
for a long
no
time.
problem, man.
So you're her boyfriend, and I'm her best friend. And I feel like until you put a ring on it, and you play her husband and her best friend, I'm gonna be her best friend. That's to be here and be supportive.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm to the point where you just say, okay.
No, see,
And
listen to me. You at the point where you just gonna say, okay. So he has laid down the law in your relationship. He says until you put a ring on it, he gonna be here.
And I don't feel like that's his place to even say that.
Look at him cheesing,
You know
man.
what?
And
I didn't come here to go back and forth and play the blame.
So how he just cut him off? Because he's not assertive, man. He's not assertive. He's not aggressive. He's cheesing. When you sit having a serious discussion with a man, you sitting there cheesing, man, he gonna take over the conversation. He gonna talk to you like you're a little boy. That's what he doing right there. He talking to him like he's a little boy, man. Just took back over the conversation, man.
Blame game.
We're not gonna play the blame game.
I came here to come to a compromise. I'm open to any ideas. If they want to
Okay, cool. What you want to happen?
Listen,
okay.
Bro, when you listen, the male best friend is talking like that's his girl. Listen, I'm open to any compromise, man. Listen, I'm gonna be here until you wife her. He's basically saying, until you wife her, I'm gonna keep smashing. You know what I'm saying? When you wife her and when you take the position, when you take her and make her what she's supposed, you make an honest woman out of her, then I'll fall back. In the meantime, I'm her best friend. I'm gonna keep knocking that thing down till you wife her up. You want me to stop smashing? Wife her up, because I'm not finna smash nobody's wife. That's pretty much what he's saying, man. I ain't gonna smash your wife. As long as she's your girlfriend, I'm finna touch this thing, man. And I guarantee you, man, it still won't happen. Guarantee it still won't happen.
At the end of the day, what I want to happen is,
You got the milk, why buy the cow? I'm with you. Don't marry her. Said you got a good deal going. Don't mess it up. Tell her that everything's going smooth. If you get married, the same thing happens to every man. It happened to me. You get married, the woman gets mean, she gains weight, and there's no sex. All right? Happened to me. We got married, wife got pregnant right away, so she got mean, she gained weight, we didn't have any sex because she was pregnant. So don't do it. Run.
Listen, man. This is the real deal. Old boy need to just cut that bra loose. It ain't even, man, listen, if the dude want her that bad, if he wanna dominate her life that bad, and I guarantee you, man, the girl is sitting there looking like, man, this dude's so soft. If the dude want to dominate her life that bad and want to control her life that bad, man, I would just fall back. One thing I'm not finna do, man, I'm not finna compete with you about no problem, man. I'm not finna do it. I'm not finna compete with you. I'm not finna do none of that. Not by no chick. I wish I would. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. It just ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? It just ain't gonna happen. And I couldn't do it. Hold on, homie. That's a bad situation, man. All right, man. This next clip, man, is Stephen A. Smith talking about the one time a big booty got him trapped, where he let some things go because the woman looked good. Check it out. Here's the thing, man. For me, when that type of energy, man, that type of combative, aggressive energy is a turnoff for me. You know what I'm saying? It's a turnoff for me, because especially if I done brought you all the way to my crib like that, and you only live in the same city. Oh man, it's finna be some shut up and obedience. It's finna be some submission. It's finna be all the thing. You ain't gonna be here long if you listen, man. If a woman can't give you the wifey experience for a day or two, if she can't even muster that shit for the weekend, man, you ain't got yourself nothing. Sit on back. Sit on back, man. Listen, bro, because that's the thing. Pretty much what Stephen A. Smith is saying, what a lot of guys out here deal with. She's so fine, I'll take her shit. That's what it is. She's so fine, I will take anything off of her. I was almost about to send her back, but she was so fine, I changed my mind. It don't really matter. Her fineness will not. It won't trump the necessity for a certain interaction with me. Now that would never happen to me. Like a woman a woman that's visiting me, a woman that's come from another city, another state to visit me, it ain't never finna be no animosity, man. It's gonna be all love. It's gonna be all joy. It's gonna be all phenomenal fun. It's gonna be all intimate. It's gonna be wifey experience. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be married for the weekend. I've been married a few times for the weekend, man. I think as long as I've been married, I've been married for a week, man. I was in, I just stayed somewhere, man, for a week, man. Got the wife experience for a week. What I realized is that after about a week, even the wife experience, I don't want this same woman to be all in my face like that. You know, after about a week. But maybe it was just her. You know what I'm saying? Because I imagine at some point, I don't know. I can't even say that. But I just gotta believe that when guys be in those situations, they be in a situation with a woman that they want around them every day. You gotta be. Otherwise, man, I wouldn't even be able to do that, bro. I wouldn't be able to do it. So let's let's get ready to slide on out here, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all in here too long, man. I just want to slide through here, man. Appreciate the boy Fresh coming through, man. GLG, man. I appreciate y'all, man. So let's get ready to slide out of here, man, because I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It ain't late, but it ain't early either, man. So look, man, we gonna I see y'all again on the King Ray Ray channel tomorrow. Listen, man, if you haven't subscribed to the King Ray Ray channel, go ahead and subscribe to the King Ray Ray show. Put it in. If you put King Ray Ray into your YouTube browser, the King Ray Ray show is gonna come up. I'm gonna be the one to come up. Go ahead, do that, man. We blowing it up over there. We rolling, man. We going daily content over there, man, for at least the foreseeable future. Today we did Proverbs verse 28. Tomorrow we'll do another verse of Proverbs. I think we're doing Proverb 29 tomorrow, and then I think we'll do some Psalms. Maybe we'll do Psalms on Thursday. Maybe Wednesday and Thursday we'll do Psalms. But we did 28 today. We're doing 29 tomorrow, man. So man, y'all tune in, man. We rocking over there on the King Ray Ray channel, man. So look, man, I appreciate y'all being in the joint, man. It's been real in the field, man. We're gonna go ahead and slide out of here, man. But let's slide out of here to something that feel real good.